Big ice thingy on the frozen sea, eh?
I am Groot.
You said it, buddy. Sure is a long way down.
Hey, we're lucky we dragged our heels. If we'd been here, we would have been torched like the rest of these saps.
Perhaps had we arrived sooner, we would have been able to save them.
Any of you corpses mind if I help myself to your stuff? No? Well, thank you.
Another hunt marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
I've appropriated it for our own use. To herald our bravery this day. Shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
FOOM may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
And it shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time. All right, people. Let's catch us a dragon.
Yes. We grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering FOOM obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with Drax. No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally.
Whoa! Take heed! The ice is amplifying our velocity!
This is how I die! Have you lost your forking mind?
Come on! If you forget it's incredibly dangerous, it's actually kind of fun!
Indeed! Let us meet our deaths bemused!
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
I don't even want to think about how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get FOOM up there.
Look on the bright side. You may be dead.
Nonsense.
Back on Earth, people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
Actually thinking of the Wendigo, and FOOM is the sled.
That's the craziest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. I love it. So, what was up with old Bubblehead?
Seemed like an augment to me. Some sort of amorphous biochemical appendage.
Imagine what she could do with all those hands. Oh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up ahead, there's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom! Come and face your death!
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle!
Fin Fang Foom! Your end draws near!
Nope, not his end.
Peter Quill, go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket, it's your turn!
Did he just say my real name?
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
Just through here. Be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible.
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
You think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out. Legion's such a bad nickname?
Boom, baby! How you like us now?
His opinion does not appear to have improved.
One to go!
Hope Hellbender appreciates we're going to all this trouble!
Who wouldn't want a giant dragon? I'm ready! Find me an opening! Quick! While he's stuck in the ice!
Ha-ha! He is as great as the tales foretold!
Nice work, Peter!
Not so hot now, are you, FOOM?
Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just did! Run! That was too close!
Good thinking! Muscles! Get Groot ahead! He thinks you two can refund that rock right into Foom's face!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools!
What's over his? Well, everything!
So much for going quietly! Chop, chop, Gamora!
It'll be a slice!
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
Believe it and shoot it!
Suppose we had sold FOOM as I originally suggested.
Okay, Drax! You get to pick our next money-making scheme! Let's rock it!
Time! Let's hurry this up! I'm getting cold!
You weren't cold already?
Brace yourselves! The beast commands the air!
Hope this makes you swear with Hellbender!
You would do well to use her full title in her presence!
Come on, Groot! You'll like Sector 9!
We'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't cut it in half!
It's got my name on it!
Look at those claws! Ha! Look at him struggle!
Chop him up! Look, I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
Believe it and shoot it!
Rocket! Fireworks!
Do not hold back now!
Who's been holding back?
The ice isn't cracking, you big baby! We definitely got his attention!
What's wrong, FOOM? Feeling exposed?
We shall prepare our strike for FOOM!
What's next, Peter?
Now, Peter Quill! Time, Orin! I am trying to destroy! Yo!
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
Believe it and shoot it!
Suppose we had sold FOOM as I originally suggested.
Okay, Drax! You get to pick our next money-making scheme!
Are we even making a dent?
Flesh does not dent!
We seem to be making him...
Guys, huddle up!
What a bunch of losers! Me and Groot, we win this in our sleep.
Thanos used to time me in fights like this just to make it interesting.
They are no match for these blades, Peter Quill.
All right, listen. This isn't our first rodeo, guys. Problem is, if we play it cocky, one little mistake is gonna bring us down. So let's get back out there, give this fight complete dedication, and make them scream. Who's with me?
Victory is ours!
Can't wait to take him down!
Oh, yeah!
Rocket! Safety's off! Feel free to give up, FOOM!
Yeah! Play nice and we'll go easy on you!
beast grows desperate!
Yeah, and pissed!
Then he's bound to get sloppy!
What is next, Peter Quill? Feel my wrath! Drax, kick their butts! Do not hold back now!
Who's been holding back? Come on, FOOM! You'll like Seknarf 9!
He'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't cut it in half! One more time! Let's knock him out cold!
Doesn't look like he's gonna make it easy on us!
The beast is most dangerous when at its most desperate. We must not fail! We are ready!
Now, Peter!
Let's fight fire with fire!
Let her loose!
Yes! We stand triumphant! FOOM has fallen.
Whoa, hold on! Wait, no! No! Lady Helmet! Drax, stop! Guys! Wait, guys, go! Lady Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath, floorboard.
Monster Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. Promised. Speak. I hope this is the one where you make a good speech.
We screwed up. We conned you, robbed you, killed your baby. We can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarantara! Ah!
This is new.
Fate has finally brought the two of us together. Lord FOOM.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds, screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Someone needs to take a stand against the church. We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see...
Enough.
Let's go.
Yes! The noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested FOOM the Invincible.
I think we found Drax's peanut butter and chocolate.
We are on the path to destiny, my friends.
I still can't believe we did it. We did do it, right?
We sure did, and we got Mantis back.
But we lost Warlock, and we'll need him to exercise the Magus once we shut down that ritual.
So we bust him out of cult prison. I've done jailbreaks before, we all have.
We still tracking him?
Oh yeah, that thing ain't coming out easy.
Good. Then all we gotta do is get there on time and hope Lady Hellbender does too.
She will. I'm certain of it.
All right. Let's gear up, people. Tie up any loose ends. Take a pee if you have to, because we're not stopping again.
Hey, Quill. Let me borrow your tunes.
Why?
I need to focus. Come on.
Do not drop that.
Mantis? What happened on the Mantis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you in church Grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
Now that's a knife.
It is indeed.
Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu IV.
Wait... So you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing FANG FOOM?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now there's no FOOM to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu IV is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First, I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Catath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu IV. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Camaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakarantara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Katathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished, then?
In the history of my people, a rival king attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death, but the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu 4 to challenge the mighty FANG FOOM and change his destiny.
Well, that's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. FANG FOOM's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish FANG FOOM, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
By never giving up. A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ultath, or he could do what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
Hey, Bug Lady, you see anything about this mission we should know about?
I don't see much.
Oh, why yes. I am the handsome leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Gamora! I was only looking...
Relax. I'm not gonna kill you. This time.
Okay, good.
I, actually never got a chance to say thank you for the doll.
Oh. No problem. I know how you like this kind of stuff.
It was very thoughtful. I can count on one hand the number of times someone has given me a present without expecting something in return.
Wow. Christmas gifts from Thanos must have really sucked.
That's putting it lightly. Thanos wasn't the giving type. Everything was a mind game designed to control us, gifts included. So thank yous aren't exactly my strong suit. Something Mantis says I need to work on.
What kind of gifts did Thanos give you? Weapons, poison, the metal wire thing you used to strangle people with?
He gave us dolls. Once. Stupid, ugly things from Xandar.
Wow, okay. That's surprisingly girly.
What? I can't be feminine?
No, just... I was really sure it was gonna be a knife or something.
Like I said, Thanos liked mind games. It was unusual for him to be... kind. We didn't even have a bedroom, yet here were these dolls. Purposeless. And they were ours.
Do you still have it? Like, is it in your collection?
No. I lost the one Thanos gave me when I was 6. She was the ugliest doll I'd ever seen. I cried so hard when I lost her. Nebula hurt me. She loved her doll, and I knew she wanted another one. So when she came in to check, we started to fight.
Bet Thanos loved that.
He found us fighting, saw my tears, and laughed. Turns out, the dolls were a lesson on the importance of not getting attached. To help us understand that, he took Nebula's doll and threw it into the incinerator.
That's... I Can't imagine.
Nebula didn't understand why he did it, only that I was somehow responsible. I started collecting these a few years ago. After Nebula. After I knew I'd never see her again. It's dumb, but I guess I'd do it for her.
How do you know Mantis? Did she give you one of her weirdo fortunes or something?
Not exactly. How do you know her?
I maybe tried to pick her up in a bar once.
And how'd that work out?
Good. Until she did the creepy antenna thing. I was half expecting her to start chanting, "Red Rum, Red Rum."
Red what?
Doesn't matter. Point is, she's a wacko for sure. A really hot wacko. Who happens to be your friend?
Yeah, well, that wacko saved my life. A few years ago. Someone got the jump on me. An assassin. Nearly killed me. Mantis happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Seems to have a knack for that.
Yeah. Turns out I had no idea how badly I needed someone like her in my life. Up until then, I'd been so lonely. After the war, the resistance disbanded. Richard Ryder got busy with politics, and the world mine had no use for someone like me.
An assassin?
Something like that. Thanos trained me to be a weapon, not a peacekeeper. Once a weapon, always a weapon, you know?
Is that why Mantis mentioned suicidal urges? Because I get it. I've been there. I'm pretty sure we've all been there at some point.
Let's just say I'm not in that place anymore. Because of Mantis. She showed me another way. A place where maybe I can be needed.
Wow. I'm glad I bought this for you. And I can promise that there are zero strings attached to anything I give you. You're an important part of this team, Gamora.
Thanks, Peter. Truly.
So, Bug Girl, how come you can understand Groot so well? You've only known him a few cycles.
Pelonesan is a common language in some realities. The Chitauri don't always blow up Planet X.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I want so many answers. Like, seize the means of production. Or, it's not just a rash. Or, yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maklu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out? Whew, that was tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny.
Gamora Zenhuberi, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
You're not listening to my tunes?
No, you turned the music on.
Then can I have my player back?
Why? You already got music playing.
Right. So you don't need the player to focus anymore.
You might turn it off.
Yeah, but
What part of I need to focus don't you get, Quill?
what do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct. Just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice. What is it?
You'll see.
You're overwatering.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
I am Groot.
He looks so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand Unifier.
Oh, right.
The soaked unifier!
Peter Quill,
Bet those moves are really going to impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great FANG FOOM is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not sure Lady Hellbender was really impressed with how we handled that fight. You know, since we accidentally killed that dragon before Groot revived him.
Would you not be impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help.
Raker's going down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there, no matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together.
Sir Groot, I gotta say, I don't know what you told the Katati Guardians at the cave entrance, but they were very cooperative when I came back with the villagers.
Wow! Okay.
Woo! Harsh words. Now I understand the fear in their branches. Spook them good.